one-time only price. So right out of the gate, we're giving you one of the best deals, if you will, on one of the most beautiful rings, if you will, of our entire gem day. It's here and now from Affinity Gems. This is a precious gemstone, beautiful ring that is done in 14 karat gold, and there is a beautiful halo of gorgeous diamonds. Take a look at the diamonds surrounding rubies and emeralds, and yes, sapphires. So the greatest hits of precious stones all in one. Rubies, emeralds, sapphires, and diamonds here and now. They're set in yellow gold, or they're set, by the way, in rose gold in that ruby. They're set in white gold in that gorgeous, beautiful, rich, saturated sapphire. The cut is beautiful, and the price is normally QVC priced for $850. I'm telling you, we do not have enough gem days on QVC. We very rarely do this. We got a lot of fashion, a lot of beauty, it's great, but when you see Gem Day, people take off work for a day like this, people stop watching other shows, they stop watching the news, because you gather around, because our buyers have been working literally for a year. And shout out to all the buyers and all the vendors and everybody who makes a day like this happen. These are from the earth, they're natural, they're real, they're best in class stones, and we are one of the largest purveyors of gemstones in America. And when we do our sale, it's an opportunity. When we do a one-time only show at this price, goes away at midnight. It's here and now. I also want to point out, before we introduce my buddy Jeff, this is also available on your Cube card with 12-month financing. That means put in a thing called a Cube card, make the minimum payments, and if you do, guess what? You pay it off, make the last payment this time next year. And if you do, then guess what? No interest is charged to your account. All right, without further ado, Jeff Mosley's a gemologist. He knows his backwards, forwards, upside down, lives this stuff. Great to have you here, buddy. I hope you got your caffeine and your Nespresso, because you got a big, big day ahead of you, my friend.
Yes, I'm all jacked up on caffeine. It's going to be good. And
okay.
What a great way to start. Bring out the big three right off the bat, right?
Pick out the big three right off the bat. Okay, we're going to take some close-up shots. We're going to get jewelry close here and challenge our camera team to do that with this sapphire. Look at this sapphire. Now, once you take a look at the sapphire, take a look at it, and then tell me about that play of light that's surrounding that sapphire with those diamonds, Jeff.
So this is the beauty of the Affinity Gems collection. You've got the Affinity Diamonds, which basically are going to give you that high standard, that high clarity, that high color all around the gemstones,
wow,
protecting that gemstone. And if you've never started off, or maybe you've never added that original sapphire, and I say that because this is the traditional blue sapphire. This is that traditional, not too dark where it's almost black. This is that gorgeous Mozambique, rich sapphire, great cut, great life to the gem. That's what we look at for the colored stones, is really having some good life, some good reflection of light there.
Okay. Here comes the ruby. Woo-hoo. Guess what? We got a lot of people on the line, brand new. Now, if you're newer to this world and you're looking at it and you're saying, my heavens, that's extraordinary, from that 1 full carat to then the diamond weight, which is half a carat, look at that for that price. That's an $850 ring. This is an extraordinary color. Tell me about the ruby, Jeff.
So that's a fantastic shot, by the way. I want to give a shout out to our camera crew there. And of course, Rick, you just showed it off perfectly. Because what you can see with this shot look inside that ruby, you see those little, what almost looks like inclusions?
Yeah.
That's actually the needles, the fine little needles that lay within the ruby. And that's what you need to see. Within the ruby, there's little fine threads, little fine needles, and that's what gives ruby its texture, its glow. And I love the fact that we're able to show off that it's not a cherry red, it's not a burgundy red, it's that kind of a pinkish glowing red, which is what a ruby should be.
There's a shot. Look at that. Now there you see, look at the diamonds around that. So are we talking rounds and baguettes? I just want to clarify for everybody who's seeing that. You don't have a jeweler's loop. It's incredible, and it's set in rose gold.
Yeah, so you got multiple cuts all the way around, giving you the baguettes always give you that nice kind of flicker to it, right? And those are on the corners there. You've got your rounds, you've got the larger baguettes, almost look like emerald cuts. And then, as you mentioned before, let's not forget that unlike a lot of our jewelry shows we have every now and then, this is your solid gold. This is going to be, again, that white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, and my goodness, look at that emerald.
Now, as you look at the emerald, as you look at this, you're loving the emerald. You're the gemologist. Now, the crazy thing about this is they're all the same price, right? And people who aren't that familiar with gems might go, okay, I get it. They're the same size, the same look. But which one is the perceived jaw dropper in this of all the three, of the ruby, the emerald, and the sapphire?
You've got them in the right order. So if these were really, truly priced out accordingly the way that I would price them as a gemologist, Your emerald would be slightly more.
Yep.
Your ruby would be right in the middle, and your sapphire would be a little more affordable. We're giving you all these at the same price. So if you're looking for the really best value, I would say jump on the emerald.
Emerald's amazing.
Absolutely right away.
Amazing.
The emerald has the inclusions. You want that in your emerald. You need that in your emerald. That's what tells you it's a real emerald.
But you also realize that it's not too milky. It's not too overcast, right?
Exactly.
I mean, this is an incredible look, an incredible size. And you know what Blair's wearing one. So I'm going to go to Blair, who's our lovely supermodel, joining us, and show them off on what it might look on her hand so that I can let you know sizes on this. So it's done in sizes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and also 11. It's a 1/2 inch long from knuckle to fingernail, 3/8 of an inch wide. It's a full gemstone carat. That is not a cluster. It's not a small set of sapphire stones meant to look like a beautiful emerald cut, right? Or that gorgeous cut that you're seeing there. It is literally one big from the earth rock. We mentioned it right at the top. Hard to find, difficult to cut, impossible to ignore. So look at that on a hand. That's a 3-table ring. That's 3 tables away. You will notice that ring. It's gorgeous. It's an anniversary piece. It's a birthday piece, or it's a gem collector's dream come true. Because when it comes to a ring like this, I mean, you can see 7 almost sold out, 10 almost sold out, 11 almost gone, 5 is sold out in the sapphire. Here we go. Let's go through each ring. If you'd like it in our sapphire, you can get it now. 6 dozen total, Jeff. If you'd like it in our ruby, that beautiful ruby red is a real ruby. 4 dozen total, one-time only price. That's it in rose gold. If you'd like the emerald, 3 dozen. I'm going to move this up so you can see the gallery of the piece, so that you can see how it's going to be on your hand. It's going to be raised up, and that setting of that crown, Jeff, is all 14 karat gold. So look at that beautiful setting of 14 karat gold. It's not a plating over the top. This isn't white zircon, nothing wrong with it. These are real diamonds. And by the way, let's just clarify something for people who love QVC, and they know Affinity. They know Affinity Diamond Collection, right? Because they're going to see this a lot over the next 2 hours. We're expanding the umbrella of Affinity. Why should we only limit it now? It's our brand to incredible diamonds. We have incredible diamonds here, but now it's an entire gemstone collection. But you can be assured, well, let me ask you, what can we be assured of with the gems and the diamonds in Affinity Gems?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Rick. And to answer that, here at QVC, we've been buying gemstones and buying diamonds for over 30 years, and we have all the resources. What we started to realize is we have the highest caliber in Affinity diamonds, and yet we're still using the highest caliber of color stones, and we're using the same Affinity diamond caliber on a lot of our Affinity gems.
Love.
So it just made sense to make sure that everybody understands that Affinity in general means it's the highest caliber. It's going to be the best of the best.
I am not in any way a weatherman, though part of me just wants to be for a while. But I will go to the map. So as I go to the map, overcast here over Algeria right now, where are some of these from, my friend? So give me the ruby story. Where might you find some of the rubies that are brought into the Affinity Gem Collection?
Yeah, so head down to Mozambique. Your rubies are coming from Mozambique. So again, when you head towards the southern borders of Africa, you see Mozambique down here. And this is where your rubies and also where the sapphires are coming from. Now, then we also want to think about the fact that these are going to be your Zambian emerald. Now, what's nice about that, Rick, is that, really, you think of Colombian emeralds, and they got so incredibly expensive. They were so hard to find. But all of a sudden, Zambia found this a great source of emeralds.
Look at that.
And once Tiffany Company started using it around 1986, the whole world said, well, if they're using it, I'm using it. And that's exactly when it took off and blew up.
Zambian emeralds to Mozambique. We've got it. Gems from around the world. So what is this in essence? Well, we're starting out with a bang. Realize that. And by the way, dare I say, believe it or not, this is a teaser to what's coming up in your Tanzanite piece later. And for the price, it's a teaser for midnight and midnight special value. If you're looking for gemstone rings, the next 3 hours are your time. So wrapping up on this one, a one-time only opportunity. The price goes away. As soon as you see midnight special value, this price will not be available for the next 6 months if there's any remaining. Sapphire, 4 dozen remaining in white gold. Ruby, 2 dozen in rose gold. Emerald, 1 dozen, Jeff. Guess what? She's watching. She's loving. She's wanting. We got a great start.
Hey, Rick, I also want to point this out too.
Mention, I'll show it to you live here, of what's coming up later on in the show.